Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. Time for another Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and as always, I'm joined by Tony has 9 fingers.
What is going on, people?
No guests this week. I put in a description that the weather's starting to get nicer, so everyone's doing things like not being on podcasts. So
yeah, kind of makes sense.
Facts are facts.
I mean, we hit a little dry spot. Happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
But it happens, and some people are now busy filming some stuff that we'll probably be talking about soon. So sometimes we get a guest for 6 weeks straight. Sometimes it don't get guests for.
I had for my work, I went to the town hall meeting in my town because I'm a registered voter here, and they wanted me to speak on behalf of my job, like the positive part of my. I mean, there really isn't many negative, honestly. But they wanted me to speak on behalf of Life is Pain, saying filmmaking season is among us. Yep, that is facts are facts, and I'm just jealous because I want to be part of it. But I'm not. But Angel's going to be hopping on shortly, and he's going to be part of it, and hopefully I can help him out a little bit here and there. But yeah, so I had to go to a town hall meeting. I'd never been to one before, and it was a waste of time. It really was. Yeah, there was one section that was going to be involving my employer or my job. So I been trying to not really talk about what I do, but I guess I'll just bring it up. I'm not going to mention the company itself, but so I work for a hey, there's Angel right now. Hey, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? I was just gonna bring up last week we didn't have a show because I had a town hall meeting and stuff like that I went to, and I was bringing up how much of a waste of time it was. But I'm going to another one on the 4th, so keep that in mind. Keep that on your calendars, guys, because it got postponed. And then I found out after it got postponed that it cost $6,000 to run one of these meetings. And after 5 questions, it got. I think we should call recess until the other people have talked about their things and blah 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 blah. We shouldn't be voting on these things without them discussing it first. And then it got passed, so that was $6,000 down the drain. But they're sitting there complaining about budget, and meanwhile they're spending $6,000 to just do nothing. I want $6,000 to do nothing. Right,
that'll work.
So I was saying I was trying to not really mention what I do for work, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm not gonna say the company I work for. It's a nonprofit, but I work for a homeless shelter, homeless shelters. So I am a case manager for a homeless shelter that deals only with homeless families. So mothers with kids, mothers and fathers with kids, or just fathers with kids. Trying to get them, trying to get them back to where they need to be on their own, give them all the tools they need to get back on their feet, get them into a spot where they can get a job, find an apartment, help them, whatever. They just changed the law in Massachusetts, or the rules in Massachusetts. Those take effect on the 1st, and that's going to be a little rough for some people. But where starting on the 1st, there's a 9-month time frame that you can be in a shelter.
Oh, yeah.
So we have people that are in the shelter now that have been in for years. And, it's like people are like, this isn't fair. They're just going to kick us out. Like, what are we supposed to do? I'm like, well, we have been giving you these tools for years and you've done nothing with them. So what's not fair? The people that what is it? Like 800 families that are still on the streets waiting to be put in a shelter, or the people that have been living in a shelter for nothing, getting meals given to them every day, and that are not using these tools to do something, So we're trying to get as many people housed as possible. But so I went to this town hall meeting, and I was going to speak because the town that I live in also has some shelters, and some of the town folk would rather those shelters not be here. But I do have to give the one guy who complained a lot and asked to call a recess. He did bring something up at the very end. I got a lot of people like, "What? You had no idea." Well, we passed this rule. Things are going to change, and if these 3 shelters leave this town, we lose $2 million a year. And people are like, what? Like, people are complaining. I want to spend $100,000 on this. I want to spend $300,000 on this. Like, well, if these 3 shelters leave, we don't have that money.
That's why people don't understand, right? So, like, with these things, these programs and like these things, there's legitimacy to a degree, right? And then there's the whole politics shit behind it that always like muddies the water to an extent. But yeah, there is people that like play the system, and all that kind of stuff. So
that's why they're doing what they're doing, is because and that's been playing the system forever.
That's not to get too like crazy into backstories or whatnot, but yeah, there's legitimate needs for these things. Families do use them, and then but it's not, you don't ride the governmental titty your whole life, but like I said, but there's a lot of nuances. Mental health, repeat, like habitual offenders, like things like that, like, and not even like mental health. There's education levels too that some people haven't attained. There's people that don't understand like how using a bank works, and they're adults. And
there's some people that do know how a bank works and do know how to do certain things, but they pretend they don't.
Yeah. There's that. But I'm talking about the legitimate, but like you said, there's a lot of people waiting on waiting lists, and there's a lot of, money that gets misspent, to a degree. And but it's always like, and then to go back to what you said, like, get the riffraff out of our town, and it's like, but some of these things are like pillars of your community that you don't even know operate like your economy.
Right. Exactly. And it's because of things like that other things are coming to like they're able to offer like some really like good sites to some developers and stuff like that are actually looking at like, okay, this much money's coming into the town. This is a good thing. So let's get this rolling.
But Bill and Marie are worried about, the house they bought 40 years ago depreciating in value when they're already like 1,000% equity.
Totally. So Legend Spain, first off, thank you for the thumbs up, kind of he's saying it sounds like a really tough line of work. Wish you all the best in the future.
Yeah, it is. Whenever you told me what you're about to do, I said, "Ooh, Papa."
No. That's the thing, is I'll be honest. It's still really good. I still really like it, but my stress level has been getting a little crazy recently. So part of, like, I have a neurological disorder that I'm still recovering from, and part of it, it was a really bad part of it for a while, was vertigo gets triggered with stress, and I was getting it a lot.
That's your bullshit detector fucking redlighted.
So I've been really good for a long time, and last Friday I had 4 different spells of vertigo, and 2 of them were bad enough that I had to hold on to something because I was going to collapse. And so my watch measures a lot of things. It's a Garmin like GPS like smartwatch. It does a lot of stuff.
Sponsor us.
And, I can show you. Let me just pull one up. Like, just give you an example of
It's like, why are you throwing your watch against the wall, Kevin? Please stop trying to break me.
All right, so this is actually from today. So the blue is a calm, regular reading.
Yes.
And the orange is high stress. And let's see if it'll focus. But this is just from today.
Damn, bro,
in the morning it's all right, and then it's just like proof.
It looks if you hold it the other way, like horizontal. The other way.
I don't know if it'll do it.
The other way. It looks like Lino from Thundercats running by really fast.
Oh yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's been like that. In like I talked to my boss about it last week, and she's like, "You need to disassociate yourself. Like you're taking things too personal."
Yeah, you're turning into Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous. That fucking
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah. Been spending most our lives.
Is this one of your followers from TikTok, Tony? TikTok Tony.
TikTok Tony.
Dad's club.
No, that's Steve. They changed their name. They used to be called. Right. They used to be called Nerds of Unusual Origins.
That's right. And that's a good name. That's right.
Yeah, you didn't even recognize them, bro.
I didn't.
Like brand new. Shout out to them. Go check them
out. I think about Steve a lot. I just don't call him. I think about Steve a lot because I work like right across the street from the post office. Life is Spin is asking if anyone's seen Dune Part 2.
Not yet, man.
He's shouting at me to watch it. I haven't seen it either. I don't know if I want to. I don't know.
You don't want your eyes turning blue, bro?
Well, in the original Dune, the little girl with the blue eyes was Alicia Witt, who is still acting now, and her dad was my science teacher in middle school because she's from Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, you told us that on the newest episode of That Strange Show. Go check that out.
Just
dropped. Yeah.
The only thing I know about the new Dune is that, but so Dead Dad's Club Steve is saying, "Womp womp, you never call me. I'm a sad panda." Phones go both ways.
Oh shit! It is 2024, man.
It's true. This isn't one of the, it's not a walkie-talkie that you don't have a button. Sergio is saying, "Hey guys, what's up, Serge?"
What up?
So the only thing I know about Dune 2 is that popcorn bucket that they were making like all those things about.
I just saw another one. They're still putting them out.
Yeah,
it was a guy fucking busting nuts on the back. It said me doing Dune 2.
Just tails off the Dune 2 sticker and it just says Fleshlight on it. Have either of you guys watched the roast of Tom Brady that's on Netflix?
I just saw highlights.
I fell asleep to it. I fell asleep to it.
Isn't it like 3 hours or something?
Yeah, that's what it was. I put it on at like, I don't know, 11:30, almost midnight.
I'm telling you right now.
I got
after Tony Hinchcliffe, you don't have to watch anymore.
Okay, I got to the part where Tom and Bert,
and that wasn't very good.
No, I was a little let down by that. It was a good attempt at calling him a psychopath and like all this stuff. It just felt very I don't know, like sticky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if that
it was obviously very scripted, and it made me realize how bad of an actor that Bert Kreischer is.
Yeah, no, it's just he was just laughing at his own dick jokes.
Yeah. Serge is asking why no guests. Just no one was available. It's that time of year. People are getting out there filming, and people are busy right now.
Cons, conventions.
Yep, cons are picking back up. Dead Dad's Club is saying he watched the whole thing and that it was glorious.
Yeah, Nikki Glaser was awesome. From what I
she
saw.
was. She was
great.
I really think. Actually, I think Nikki Glaser was she after Tom Segura? I mean, after Tony Hinchcliffe.
No, she was before.
Okay. So after Tony Hinchcliffe, there's no reason to continue, in my opinion. Tony Hinchcliffe destroyed, and that dude has never made me laugh. He's never made me laugh. Hey, did you see Tony Hinchcliffe, Tony?
No.
Tony, have you seen Tony?
Tony.
I did not.
So he starts his from in the audience because he's at a table with Dana White and
he's with Sugar Shane and Max Holloway.
Yeah, because they both have been guests on Kill Tony as well. And but he starts there and then he gets up and as he's walking to the stage, he's just laying into different people. And there was some killer lines.
I'll have to check it out.
Literally after that, I was just like, wow, this is boring. But I watched the whole thing. We started watching it at my in-laws' house, and then after, they got bored with it. And then I was like, all right, I'll finish it at home.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, did it need to be 3 hours?
No, but so life is fantasy, and you have to be so careful with jokes these days. Sadly, it's true. Yeah, but if you watch that, I'm assuming it's on Netflix out there as well. But there's friggin' what's his face, Gronk.
Well,
he needs to shut his mouth.
I saw Nikki Glazer. Was it Nikki Glazer who's like? Oh, yeah. Gronk likes money or whatever the
she was making fun of Tom Brady losing $30 million on crypto.
Oh, yeah, Gronk know that not real. Know that not real money. But he made a joke where he was like he was saying the F word, but not the he was about
fun. He was saying fun.
No. He was I don't know, man. It was saying because it was live. Yeah, so there was some stuff, and then even what's his face? The guy who's normally the head of the roasts there, Jeff Ross. There was certain jokes that were off limits, that were not supposed to be made, and he made one, and legit, Tom Brady got up and he's like, "Don't say that."
Oh yeah. In the beginning.
Yeah,
we was talking about Robert Kraft.
Yeah, Robert Kraft getting a massage, and there was no massage jokes, no jokes about the kids, no jokes about any of this stuff. But that was it.
Don't say that shit again. And he was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dead Dad's Club Steve is saying Kevin Hart 5'2", 152, but he's 155 when The Rock finishes.
Oh, dude, I was dying when she said that shit. You should. Even Kevin Hart was like, "Damn, you got me."
There was a female that is of a lesbian.
Sam.
Sam. What's her last name? Jay.
Jay or some shit. Yeah, Jay. Right.
And Tony Hinchcliffe had a joke that it took a second for people to get what he was saying, but then Kevin Hart was losing it. Sam Jay. He's just when he goes down, she's not eating it. She's down there and she's, basically saying, "Oh hell nah," whatever, and it took Kevin a second to get it. Then he just couldn't stop laughing about it, and then afterwards he's like, "I'm dead serious." He's like, "You have me. I'm still laughing about it." But he went in, and it was weird because he roasted everyone, all the comics, but he didn't roast Tom for some reason.
Who?
Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah.
Well, Tom's in the upper echelon right now.
Yeah, but so isn't Bert.
Nah, Bert's riding coattails, man.
I don't know. Bert's got his own. He's got his own tour where he's playing outside, football stadiums.
I don't know. I don't think he's that funny.
Oh, he's not.
Well,
he's definitely not.
That's why it was good when she said, "Oh, I love your joke."
Yeah.
Get him.
So, Jimmy Carr was in the audience. He was hanging out with Shane Gillis, and he went the next day and did Two Bears with Bert and Tom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they talked about because Bert loves Jimmy Carr, which is weird because Jimmy Carr, he's got a lot of one-liners and stuff, but he's a way smarter comic.
Yeah,
way smarter comic. But I don't know. It's just it's crazy. It's weird that he's such a big fan, and both him and Tom were totally intimidated by Jimmy Carr's smart, how smart he is.
He's sharp, bro. That dude's fucking. His bit about the like the different dialects,
Mm.
you know, where he's from.
Yeah.
I was just fucking dying.
Yeah, like Bert was trying to sound like he knew something. He's like, "Oh, he's got that show like 7 out of 6 cats or something," and he kept changing the numbers because he had no idea what he was talking about. The whole time I'm like, it's like 8 out of 10. It's 8 out of 10 cats, and like it's like someone look it up. What's the name of this show? It's so good. Like if it was that good, you would know the name of the show. And it is a good show. That show's been like #1 like game show over in the UK for like years, I guess, since like 2005.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need, like they were pointing out the fact that he goes to like the comedy festivals out in like Montreal and everything, and he doesn't need to. He just goes out there to get spots. He doesn't, he just does it because he likes to do time.
He likes comedy. He's a comedian. He's like
he does it
master of their craft.
If he does it in the UK, it's got to be large venues. It can't be like small clubs. So he goes to areas that he can do small clubs. He doesn't do large venues in the US. Like not like Bert and Tom and Tom and Bert.
Yeah, I don't know, Tom. Yeah, Bert was all right. He's all right. It's just
I would like I can't listen to him for too long, but whatever. People dig him for what he is, I guess.
Yeah.
A drunk.
Nah, he's chilling now.
Yeah. He's lost some weight.
Yeah, Tom did too.
Yeah. Tom looks good.
After he broke his whole body.
Yeah. So yeah, Tony, I would recommend watching it until at least Tony Hinchcliffe. And it may make you like Tony Hinchcliffe, because honestly, I never thought Tony was funny. And then
because he was on he start on Rogan first?
Tony
Hinchcliffe?
Hinchcliffe?
He did his own. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was kind of like a regular, I guess. But a producer of Kill Tony was the original producer of Joe Rogan, Red Band.
Okay.
And but then they started I don't know how many years it's been. It's been like maybe like 8-9 years that Kill Tony's been around. Actually, I think it's 11 now. But they started in a side room at the Comedy Store in LA at like to maybe like 8-10 people, and now that venue that the roast happened in, they're going to be doing a Kill Tony there that's already sold out.
Wow.
Like at that same venue
at the Kia Forum.
Yeah, they're doing one there. They sold out Madison Square Garden like more than once. They're doing it there. Yeah, like they're blowing up. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. Besides that,
speaking of blowing up, A24 not doing Friday the 13th series anymore. Oh, no? Yeah, I heard that.
Oh. Yeah. That's no bueno.
No bueno.
Well, they would. What is that? That camp?
Crystal Lakes. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not doing it.
I guess not.
Did you see? It was like
it says that's not the case. It's a rumor. But what's going on is Brian Fuller. He's no longer involved with the series. But A24 is not giving up on the project. Requires people to take the leap with me. When it works as with Hannibal, the results can be far. So it says, for reasons beyond our control, they're going to go a different way with the material. We hope the final product will be something Friday the 13th fans all over the world will enjoy.
I actually just bought the old TV show.
Yeah, so they're looking for a new showrunner.
Nice. There's a new show that's going to be coming to, I think, Paramount. MGM, Amazon, maybe. It got announced 12 hours ago on Bloody Disgusting.
What is it?
Noir.
Noir,
like Noir, noir, like film noir.
Yeah.
And that's Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man Noir in live action TV series.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
After playing Spider-Man Noir in the animated movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Nicolas Cage will reprise the role in a live-action TV series, we've learned this morning. The series is simply called Noir, and Variety reports this morning that the project has been ordered to series by MGM Plus and Prime Video. Variety details the series will debut domestically on MGM Plus linear channel, followed by a global launch on Prime Video. Noir will tell the story of an aging and down on his luck private investigator, Cage, in 1930s New York, who's forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero.
Okay. I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Same here. I think it's same here, see?
And that's, because Nicolas Cage was in, I don't want to say a rut, but he was just doing those like lower budget or mid-budget horror movies.
Yeah,
like Mandy and Willy's Wonderland and stuff like that.
That was, but I'm excited for Nicky Cage.
Mom and Dad
was phenomenal.
I like that better than Mandy.
Really?
Mandy?
Wow.
I don't like Mandy.
What? That's your It Follows? Is that your It Follows?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
What?
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, Long Legs.
Yeah.
So there's a new trailer, Long Legs. It's coming July 12th, 2024. So keep an eye. It's got Micah Monroe from It Follows. And Alicia Witt and Blair Underwood.
Blair's underwear.
Yeah, Blair's underwear. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, wow. So he's playing a serial killer. Thanks for the spoiler.
Thank you. Spoiler face. I just saw something else that looks pretty cool. This was announced a day ago.
What?
Army of Darkness life-size wearable prop replica of Ash's chainsaw releasing soon.
I thought you were going to say dildo. But...
No. The massive 28 inches long, this electric prop replica is perfect addition to any collector or cosplay arsenal.
So it's a chainsaw?
It's the wearable chainsaw, it's a replica of the one he wears in the movies.
Coming to wish.com pretty soon.
Yeah.
A lot of knockoffs.
Cool. No, that's pretty cool. I like that.
No, but I'm saying, they always knock them off. You ever order a Michael Myers mask from one of those knockoff sites?
They're made out of like paper?
Bro, it was a fucking styrofoam plate with holes cut in it. It looked, there was one I saw, it looked like it had shit stains all over it, but it was supposed to be that, like the burn.
The blood or something.
It was listed as poopy faced Michael Myers.
Yeah. Fucking part 5 masks would look better than that shit. Fucking piece of shit. It legit looked like it had shit stains because it wasn't like you know how it was supposed to be like that browning and like the yellowing. It legit was like streak. So it's like, damn, fucking, who shitted on you, Michael? 6 times.
Life is Fantasy and that Alien Romulus trailer is out.
Yeah, that looks pretty bloody. The little teaser.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. What do you think, Life? You think we're gonna get a great movie out of that? Because I think they might try to do some good service to it. As long as they capture the isolation and the haunted house effect of the alien labyrinthian feel of it.
Yeah.
I picked up the new Killer Clowns from Outer Space 4K Steelbook. No.
So there was a review that was listed on Bloody Disgusting, and it says that it's good, but it says that it's it needs a even further upgrade.
What?
Oh yeah,
that's what it says. I'm like, what? How many things are there?
8K? There's 12K right now currently.
Well, that's ridiculous. I don't even have a 4K TV, so
that's what you got to get you one, man.
No, I don't.
You see all the hair follicles.
I don't want to.
I remember the first time I saw an actual 4K thing years ago, and it was Bird Box, and I was sitting 3 feet from the TV because the way my buddy's living room.
Cool.
It's pretty. The case is awesome.
But yeah, 4K threw me for a loop the first time I saw it. So I was 3 feet from this big ass TV screen, and I could see Sandra Bullock's fucking
no
face, like the follicle, like it was just weird. Like
she had like a bat hanging in her cave, and you could see it. Be like, oh, you got a bloody one up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the last TV we bought was a wicked long time ago, and there's no problem with it. So like, we don't have any need to upgrade until we do.
Yeah, that's the TV in my bedroom. I've had that since like 2006.
Yeah,
it's a flat screen, but it's like one of the the fatty ones, the ones that are like at that. But the speakers on it are fucking. You put it on like 8, it's like
yeah. How much did that cost back then?
I don't know, $500, $600.
The first flat screen I got, it was in the early 2000s, and it was 32-inch, and it was $1,200.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
But now, like that TV in the living room, I think it's a 42, and it was like $600. But now you can get like a 55 with a built-in Roku for like $300.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the sound systems. The sound has been impacted the skinnier they get.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's why everyone just gets a sound bar or something.
Yeah, which is fucking, stupid.
Another couple $100.
Yeah, here's a TV, but you can't hear it.
Yeah, we got nice headphones.
Everything sounds like in a tin can.
Yeah,
but yeah, Long Legs is gonna be rated R for bloody violence, bloody violence, and disturbing images. Ooh la la.
It looks so Life is Pain is responding to you. It looks promising, but I got my hopes up with Prometheus, and then they ruined a good story with Covenant. But I'm a sucker for alien films.
Same here, bro. Same here.
Same.
Same.
Oh, so there was a announcement that convention I'm doing in August. There's I'm going to share my screen real quick because I just show you the list of the celebrities that are booked so far because they're still
Kevin Spacey signed on.
No, whatchamacallit? Is it this one? Screen.
While you pull that up, I'm waiting for In a Violent Nature. You guys put your peepers on that?
No.
All right, let's go with this first.
All right, so like I said, they're still announcing guests, but the first one that they announced was CJ Graham. From Friday the 13th. Then we got Lloyd Kaufman.
Hell yeah. He's doing his shitstorm there, right?
Yep, and there's going to be VIP party where they're going to be screening Shakespeare Poop Storm. And then you got Will Keenan, who was in like Romeo and Juliet and a bunch of Terra Firma and a bunch of like trauma stuff.
Hell yeah.
Home Slice, Michael Berryman. Nice. From The Hills Have Eyes, from a bunch of stuff, from Twisted Sister music videos.
He ain't no chicken fucker.
Yeah. And then he just announced this on Mother's Day. Richie Ramone, one of the drummers from the Ramones.
One of the drummers.
Yeah, because he's not the original. He joined in the 80s.
Okay.
Yep.
The Vernon Downs Hotel and Casino.
Yep. I probably won't be doing the panel for this one.
Okay.
Because Tiff, one of the owners of the con, is like, this is like her crush. Like, she loves this man. So I'm like, I'm fine sitting in the crowd and just watching her do her thing. I'm fine with that. But then there's a YouTube personality and horror movie historian, Cecil Saxenberg. Wow. And then Grimm, who is he's a makeup artist, FX guy. He was there the last time I was there as well. And then Jack Hill, who is a TikTok guy. And I also think that Grimm is a TikTok guy as well. That's it so far, but they're still making announcements.
Okay, that's in August.
Yep, August
16th and 17th.
Yeah, 16th and 17th at Vernon Downs Casino in Verona, New York.
Come on down.
It's 4 hours from where I am right now.
Hell yeah, you're gonna be driving white knuckles all the way up, bro.
It's a lot of farmland out there.
Yeah.
No stop, just tip over cows the whole way there. But yeah, it'll be a good time. My wife still isn't sure if she's gonna go, and then I remember I asked you, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be sleeping in the hallway, and you guys can sleep in the room.
Who?
You and my wife.
In a violent nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's coming. When is that coming? May 18th, I think it said.
May 18th.
Yeah, May 18th.
Would be what, this Friday?
It says in a violent nature.
This Saturday?
Is Friday the 13th inspired horror film told from the melancholy perspective of the undead killer himself, and with the film impressing genre fans with its artsy reinvention of common cliches, we decided to come up with a list. But anyways, it goes into other stuff. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. That's because it legit opens up. It looks like the back of Voorhees' neck. But weapon choices are a little different. Mask choices.
Yes. I did see that.
Yeah.
But it turns around, it's a different mask.
Yeah.
It's like a welder's mask looking kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're saying that there's a list here of movies you should watch before that I guess take like switching stuff around as far as like cliches. But Rubber, remember Rubber?
Mm-hmm.
Tire.
Yeah, Killer Tire. Then there was Funny Games. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. 1997, 2006, 7.
Yeah, the one where what is it? Nicole Kidman is in that one.
Yeah, that's I don't remember.
Where they bought sugar and it's like a home invasion type deal.
Yeah. There was the original one, 1997, and then 2007. And then there's Malevolence from 2004.
That's Tony's favorite.
Is it?
No.
Oh. I don't know. Triangle, which
there's 3 of them actually. One of them has what's her name? Alexandra Daddario.
Daddario.
Yeah. It's like the third Malevolence.
And then Behind the Mask,
the
Rise
Leslie
of
Vernon. I saw the same article. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rise of Leslie Vernon. I like that one a lot.
Do you though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I like that one. Yeah, I have the action figure on my wall to prove it.
I've never actually seen any of those.
Really? You never saw it?
Yeah, that's the one that's like a mockumentary, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that one. I bought there was a guy, Neil DeConte, that's from Rhode Island, who he sculpts like figures and stuff, and he put out a very short run of Leslie Vernon action figures, and I bought one from him years ago at Rock and Shock, and it's pretty dope. It's on my wall, signed to me. So, the end. Someone's coughing. Cough, cough, cough.
I was muted, bro. You
I know.
To tell the people.
Well, people that were watching can see it.
Also, R.I.P. to Roger Corman, passed away at 98. I think they've curated a list on Shudder of some of his films, so go check that out in remembrance
of he. So Tony was saying that he ended up watching Abigail, and I started it. I haven't finished it. I started it like today. Lake Mungo is a good one.
Yes, Lake Mungo.
But Abigail, what did you think of it, Tony?
I liked it a lot more than I was expecting to. For some reason, I attributed to like Megan in my mind, and I'm like, I saw like commercials for that, and I didn't like it. I didn't even watch Megan, but I was like, I don't think I'd like it. Then I saw some other commercial for this, and I'm like, I could see it. I mean, it has nothing to do with each other, but I could just see it being, and it totally blew my mind. I was like, oh, there's a lot of blood in this one, a lot of gore and guts, and the little girl, I think was the best part of it. I was like, okay, watching. She was what, Matilda in the new Netflix reboot or like play version, and then she's dropping the F-bomb in this. I'm like, oh,
the fun word.
Well, that's definitely different. Yeah, the fun, very fun. I'd say it's definitely worth the while. And I've seen people say they hate it and stuff, and I'm like, are we watching the same movie? I'm like,
did you watch It Follows?
I did.
Did you watch Let the Right One In and Let Me In?
Oh, those are some Let the Right One In. That's one of my favorite joints, man. It's so gloomy.
Like, what do you think compared to Let Me In?
Well, it's the American watered down version,
right?
I mean, you're gonna get a lot more.
I saw Let Me In first, and I really, really liked it, and then I saw Let the Right One In, and I was like, "Holy crap!
Yeah,
this is so much better! like,
so much better,
so much like darker and everything.
Yeah, that's what I said. The gloominess, the whole fucking like just
that swimming pool part.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so good, so fucking good, man. But yeah, so those are the guys from Ready or Not. They did that hide and go seek fucking Bloodfest movie a while back. Those are the same guys that did Abigail, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know either.
Look them up. Let's see it right now.
While you're looking that up, Life is Pain is saying that they're making a new 28 Days / Weeks Later movie.
Oh, yes.
What
I
did
did see that.
Years or
years.
Months?
Yeah, years.
I was going to say, it's been a long time.
That's one thing with the because they took 28 Days Later off of streaming. You can still rent it and buy it, but it's off streaming. So now a lot of the physical media has shot up in price.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna have to start hitting them fucking estate sales again.
The Blu-ray, especially.
It's like, oh, he died very peacefully, but he loved 28 Days Later, so he has all these different copies of it.
He cornered the market.
Yeah. One thing I can say about Gramp is he loved 28 Days Later.
So yeah, Radio Silence. They did
actually I was gonna say while you were looking it up, Saul Rodriguez Jr.
Oh, Saul, what's up? Thank you for the save. There you go. But yeah, they did Ready or Not, Scream, and Scream 6. And then they've done VHS. Those are the same guys. VHS, Devil's Due, VHS 94, Escape from New York from the 2022 one. But yeah, so that's why I was like, because it was more comedy than like horror, right? Like a little, it had a horror element.
Really.
Or
no, it was less. I mean, it had its it had its funny moments, I guess, but not like knee slapping. It was like, okay, that was pretty funny, kind of like. But the goring, I was like, okay, there was a lot in that one. Yeah. But it definitely had its. I wouldn't call it like a horror comedy. I would call it like a dark humor kind of deal. But yeah, I liked it a lot more than I was expecting it to. And like I said, that little girl in it, she stole the show.
Yeah. No, what I've seen so far, I mean, I've seen a good amount of it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't finished it, but what I've seen so far, I really have enjoyed. And it made me think of Let the Right One In. So just because of the little girl and because of the vampire aspect of it. Nothing else. There was nothing else that made me think of it. It wasn't like outside a lot. There wasn't like winter. None of that stuff. It was just that this is a girl, and then there's vampires involved. Vampire involved.
This is just like the Let the Right One In.
Yeah, there's a girl,
and it makes sense because it has the girl from the last 2 Scream movies. What's her name? I can't even think of it.
So this makes sense. I haven't seen those movies, so I don't know.
Well, the last
that's right. You are untouched by the Scream franchise.
Yeah. Although you talking about, was she the main like adult girl?
Yeah,
the dark one.
The one that just quit?
She looked a lot like in this movie, she looked to me like a dark-haired Christy Ray in some shots. I was like, she kind of looks.
I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah. Either that, I was just like, everyone's turning into Christy Ray for me. I don't know why. It's weird. But she did. She looked like her face looked like Christy Ray's face for some reason. But yeah, like I said, I liked it so far. You also said you watched Ghostbusters
Frozen Empire.
Oh yeah, what'd you think, brother?
I liked it. Some people like shit on it. I liked it. I think Afterlife was a little bit better. But this one definitely had its own flair to it. Yeah. I was so expecting at one point in time, I guess this would be a spoiler alert, but when people were starting to come, I was expecting Rick Moranis to show his face in this movie. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
Well, he was there in like apparatus, that fucking colander helmet thing.
Yeah, I think Ernie Hudson like said in an interview that they just didn't offer him enough money. Yeah. Like, because it was brought up about Ernie Hudson had brought it up, or it was brought up to him during an interview that Rick Moranis wasn't there, and he's like, yeah, it wasn't for the love of the franchise or anything. He was approached and they offered him enough. They offered him money, and it just wasn't enough. Yeah, and they weren't going to go
after being like gone for so long, because supposedly he's back in the Disney's retelling of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something.
I thought he was all done with acting.
So did I.
Well, from what I heard, that he's supposed to be in. I mean, I could be wrong, but if you have IMDb up, I think it's supposed to be something new with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on Disney Plus. But I know at one point in time, because his kids are now older.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I remember it was like starting. He's going to quit acting to spend time with his family and like watch his kids.
Because his wife passed away, so then he kind of took control, care of his kids. But now they're older, so I think from what I heard, he wanted to get back into it.
So I was agreeing with you that Afterlife was better. I agree, Afterlife was better, but I don't think it wasn't horrible in any way.
No, definitely not. It was. I don't know how to explain it, because
I think there's a British comic that I like who was in Frozen Empire that I was just happy to see him in it. So I was like, yay!
Was he the blonde-haired
James
guy?
Acaster? Yeah, I think his name is James Acaster.
Yeah, he was playing. To me, I felt like he was playing a cartoon Egon.
He's got James Acaster. I think he put out like 2 specials on Netflix, and like one is like they're 2 different feels. Like they put them at the same time. Like one is like one, and like the other is like a completely different vibe or something. But he's a very smart guy, and I think he's very funny.
And I think Afterlife was more like the fan service return, so they had to like give you a little more, I guess, substance and like things. So
how many people Afterlife that grew up on the originals had a little tear in their eye.
So this was like, so it was kind of like a direct continuation of the other ones that we know. And then I think Frozen Empire was trying to depart into a little bit of it. So it did remind me like specifically of the cartoons. Like it was an episode of the real Ghostbusters cartoon that I watched. So it could have been like, didn't fit into a timeline particularly, or like whatever. It was like its own standalone thing. And I think that's kind of what they were trying to.
I did like how they brought back a lot of the characters from the original. So like,
I think
the library, like the ghost.
I think this one had a little bit more throwbacks to it. Slimer, the ghost from the library. What's his name? Freaking Mayor. So I kind of contributed it to I think because there's an argument which is the better Ghostbusters, 1 or 2. I always liked the original, the first one. So this one kind of has that. The Afterlife was kind of like the reboot of the first one. This is kind of a reboot of the second one, because this one had a little bit more of a childish feel to it. I mean, the first one did too, but this one had a little bit more of like a second feel to it, and it threw some stuff in there. So I
think Frozen Empire is actually like a little more solid than the Ghostbusters 2. Honestly, I'm a fan of all of them, but I think I could see myself watching Frozen Empire over Ghostbusters 2.
I'm a fan of 4 of the 5.
I like them all. I'm not dissing the all female one at all. Like I like them all.
Did not catch me.
That was a Scooby Doo episode.
I don't mind that. I like Scooby Doo too.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. The first movie I ever bought ever in my life was the original Ghostbusters on VHS when it first got released on VHS. Like I was a young child.
Damn, bro.
Save like, you know, allowance and shit. It was $35 on VHS. I bought it from Fabulous Fiction comic book store.
That's a crazy thing. I was looking at like old magazines and stuff, and I realized that stuff was that expensive. Like I would, in my mind, especially when I was younger, because I wasn't buying it. It was like for Christmas and whatever. I was like, I looked at the prices and I'm like, they're like video games with $50 still and all this, and I'm just like, how?
Yeah. Like, no, they were. Like I remember when Super Mario 3 came out, it was impossible to get it. And my mom like knew a guy, and it was supposed to be, he had a Connect, and he was supposed to be able to get Super Mario 3, but it fell through. And it was like, that was going to be my Christmas gift, was Super Mario 3. And like, I didn't get it for years. It was like impossible to get. Yeah. It was like Cabbage Patch Kids. Like you couldn't find it anywhere, you know?
Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Super Mario 3 and the Wizard? Was that the game they were playing, or Super Mario 2?
Super Mario 2 was not really Super Mario to begin with. It was like a weird like circus game that they just re-skinned with Mario characters because they didn't realize Super Mario Brothers was gonna take off as well as it did, and they had nothing set for a second one, so they just took another game and skinned it with Mario characters. But
interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, Mario 3 was was made as a Mario game. But yeah, there's still some characters and stuff that come through from Mario 2 from time to time. Yeah, there's whole like documentaries about that crap. But still at work, when I go to any client's room, and if I have to talk to them about anything, I do the da-da-da-da-da-da. That's my knock every time. And there's a little boy that answered the door. He's like, "Is that Mario Brothers?" I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "Why do you like Mario Brothers?" I'm like, "Mario Brothers has been around forever." I'm like, "I was a little kid when Mario Brothers came out, and I still love Mario Brothers."
He's like, "Wow."
He's like, "Wow, how old are you?" And I'm like, "I'm very old."
I'm so old.
I'm older than your mother. Probably close to your grandfather. N64 Mario was insane. The 3D one, yeah. I just saw an article where there's like a hidden door in that game that was just opened for the first time, and it wasn't using like a cheat or something. There's like a hidden door in Mario 64 that someone was finally able to open in the game.
Really?
Yeah. I've never beat that game though, because I never owned it before. So the only time I ever played it is on emulators and stuff. So, but I never owned an N64 because I honestly, I wasn't super impressed with the graphics.
Oh no, it wasn't too realistic for you.
No, it was very blocky to me. Like I went from like Super Nintendo. From that, I went to PlayStation.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
When I was that broke, I couldn't picture this.
Check out these movies. Yeah. We already have.
Carcinoma, Human Hibachis, and Atros. Yeah, Human Hibachi was on here, right?
Yeah, we had
for both.
Yeah, for which one?
There's two. Human Hibachi.
Human Hibachi 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the director on for that.
What's the other one? So Carcinoma. I like the name of that. What is?
Yeah, and
Atros. Atros, like atrocities.
I don't know. We should look those up.
Carcinoma. I'm looking them up right now. Carcinoma. I don't even know how to spell.
Carcinoma
movie.
Knees and toes.
Oh wow, I'm liking the stills on here.
But yeah, we had the dude on for Human Hibachi 1 and 2.
Let's see.
Oh, wow. Actually, we haven't talked to that dude in a long time. We should reach out.
See if I got the right one. I'm going to describe it. It says here, Carcinoma chronicles the trials and tribulations of a man diagnosed with colorectal cancer who refuses treatment, establishes a carnal fixation on a tumor that slowly siphons the life out of him. Is that it? Maybe.
Mm-hmm. What about
it says a formidable descent to human decay. And then the other one was Atroz, A-T-R-O-Z. Atroz movies. Yeah, Atrocious, 2015. Is that a foreign film? The movie tells the story of two sadistic killers who are caught by police after they get into a car accident, killing a pedestrian. They search the suspect's car and find gruesome footage of the occupants torturing people to death. Okay. The officers decide to deal their own justice and discover there are more tapes and murders. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm gonna put it on the list.
Charlie, have you checked out like American Guinea Pig, like any of those movies? Like Song
Not my style.
No, but I'm saying if he likes those kind of like gory, like, he may want to.
I think you were asking me.
Yeah, no, we checked out Song of Solomon because
that
Atroz is a Spanish film.
Oh, adios mío.
Adios mío, mucho carnage.
Sergio, no, we don't have any trailers because we don't have a guest.
Yeah, you go check out the Long Legs trailer.
Yeah.
Might not be for you, but I'd recommend to check it out.
Yeah. And anything else? I mean, I think Sergio brought up Abigail a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we so far I enjoy it. Tony enjoyed it, and I believe Angel will enjoy it.
I will watch it.
Yes. We should probably wrap things up. You guys have anything else you want to bring up before we go?
Watch what's that fucking show on Netflix? It's called Baby Reindeer or some shit.
I think you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like further into the series and
that's the
Did you watch the episode they told everybody to skip?
Oh, I watched it, bro. It was very there is a trigger warning at the beginning. And,
I think I know what it's about.
Rightfully so. Because I won't say I had to. When you're like, oh, okay, I'll watch one episode, and then like you watch it, and then like I was like, I need a fucking palate cleanse or something. Like, turn on the next episode so
I need a palate cleanser, so I'm just gonna watch the whole season of Is It Pig?
Yeah. And I think that's what it was. Then I turned on and I was like, I can't, like, I need some the roast of the roast. Because I was like, but yeah, check that out. And what else did I start watching? I don't know. Chicken Nugget on Netflix as well. I've been watching. Check that out. It's a Korean comedy show about a person who gets turned into a chicken nugget.
Sounds interesting.
It's fucking wonderful.
Now, like, are we talking like a person that like gets shrunk down to a chicken nugget size, or like a gigantic chicken nugget?
No, down to a fucking chicken nugget. But I think I was talking to my wife the other day because we went out for what we call sneaky snacks when the kids are off to school, and I got General Tso's chicken, and I was looking down, and I was like, "Wait, are they saying the chicken nugget? Because this looks just like the chicken from the show." And I'm like, "It's a translation thing, probably." Because it's but I'm like, "Oh shit!" Because it's sesame seeds and everything. I was like, "How many sesame seeds this thing got?" Because one of the episodes, they're like, "Oh, I know how to tell who it is, where he is," because like they're like, "All right." When I saw him last, he had 3 sesame seeds on him. Like counted, but all the nuggets have sesame seeds on them. So they're like, no.
Is it a English dub or is it?
There is an English dub, but like
sometimes it's horrible.
I tried and Ryan. I agree with Ryan now. I used to watch things like with the dubs, right? And then I'd be like, oh, that was cool. Like it was all right. And then like he's like, dude, watch it with like how the actor like actually like screamed it and like all this stuff and like listen to it in its own language.
I used to be the same way.
And then like I'm like, that was infinitely like 10 times better. Like
unless it's like a super action show or action movie and there's like a ton of dialogue.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch it with a dub. But usually if it's a super crazy action show, there isn't a ton of dialogue. So so look it down here and there, you know.
Yeah, because we tried on the beginning. I was like, oh, just put it on the dubs. I mean, in the dubs, and then like it was like 2 seconds in, they're like, hey, how you doing? Everything good today? And I'm like, nope. Boom. Let's go. Yeah, I want Korea. Give it to me in Korean. And I was just like, oh, this is fucking. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly what he's saying. Like 2 episodes in, I'm like, I'm speaking Korean. I know what he's saying.
I think I watched like the first episode of Squid Games, like with a dub, and I'm like, all right, the rest of this I'm watching with subtitles. But yeah, so I'll have to check that out. Maybe I'm gonna check that out now.
That's good.
But so go check out Chicken Nugget on Netflix and also that Strange Show.
Yes, we just dropped a new episode. What was it called?
Chicken Nugget,
fisting catfish, I think.
Oh,
but yeah, check that out. We're back to an extent now, and I think we're gonna try to record another episode in a couple of weeks because Ryan's getting his mouth fucking kicked in over the weekend. I don't know if
is he really?
Yeah. He's getting some stuff done. I'm telling all your business, Ryan. I don't give a shit.
He's never gonna listen to this or watch this.
But yeah, he's getting his teeth kicked in this weekend. So I was like, oh, change of plans because I was about to jump in the chat and be like, hey, you guys want to record this weekend?
No. I've been like, hey, it's my mom's 81st birthday.
Week. There you go. So it wasn't gonna work out anyway.
It's not gonna happen
because Kevin's gonna be blowing out. He's gonna be smashing his mom's face into her birthday cake.
It's gonna be like, we're gonna be taking turns blowing out 81 candles. It'll take a while.
Yeah, but go check out the new episode. Follow the page at That Strange Show, and that's about it. That's about
right
it.
on, brother.
Oh, and check out our boys in PVD Horror. Good people over there. But no.
All right, Tony, what about yourself and your beard?
You can find me at Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube.
I have 9 fingers, but I have one beard.
Yeah, pretty much. Where I do movie reviews, unboxings, anything movie related. Tony Has 9 Fingers on X, which I never use. Tony has 9 Fingers on TikTok, which is my, for right now, while it's still among us, my #1 growing social media. So check me out there. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course, here most Tuesday nights, whether we have an awesome guest or we talk about everything and anything, check us out. Make sure you're watching us live because then you can see some different things, movies behind me, little dance session, and stuff like that.
Yeah. See my eyebrows? See my eyebrows? I do like that. Hey, how you doing?
All right. For me, just A Knuckle on Instagram. And besides doing the show with the lovely Tony Has 9 Fingers and 1 beard, at least, and the mostly occasional, more regularly, or Angel. I also am part of That Strange Show with Angel and Ryan and Mandy.
That's right.
And also the Re-Education of Nancy Ann Ritter, which is also on the same channel that you're listening to now.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew. And that's that. And thanks for watching / listening.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for the recommendations. I did add these to my list. Carcinoma and Atros, if you're still in the chat.
Word. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.